Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to RSF1's Tier 5 division. We're coming to you live for round number 6 of the season. It is the Spanish Grand Prix around the traditional circuit of Catalonia, a track that many people know, so potentially we could see the pace setters come forth in this division. Also should be an entertaining race. This has been a very open tier up until this point. We've had 5 different winners from 5 races, and the question I have here is, can we have 6? Can we have 6 different winners from 6 races? That is the biggest question going forward. Or can we have our first double winner? Of course, many questions to be asked, but hopefully one thing I am obviously looking forward to is a good race. I'm RSF1 Michael, also known as Brundle. I'm by myself in the comms box tonight, but I'll be fine going forward. Just obviously for next week, there could be a few new names in the comms box streaming on certain days, so keep your eyes peeled. Potentially some new names in the area, because I'm obviously assaulting a few things, so it's not as messy as before. Let's look forward to it. So 18 drivers here tonight, so another good turnout from the F5 division, which is always good to see. A few notable names, a few notable absentees as well, which is a shame, but yeah, we're all here. And as I said, we should be looking forward to a good evening. So, last time out in the Dutch Grand Prix around Zandvoort, it was the first time winner, RSF1 Source, in the Racing Point, that took the victory after the unfortunate McCracken got a drive-through late on in the race. Behind Source, we also had Raikkonen with his first podium in over a season and a half in second place. And then third was Tedis, so he was back on the rostrum once again, which was great to see. So a good podium overall. Can we get some new faces on here? That's the brilliant thing about Tier 5. It's so open, anybody can go forward. We have a little bit of an issue straight off, and that is Daniel. Never mind, there we go. Took a long time to put a tick in the box, but there we go. All is fine. I'm good, Hippo. Hopefully you have a good race as well. Saying hello in the chat. Yeah, I'll be fine. I will be fine if there's an entertaining race, but not too entertaining. I do like my vocal cords to remain intact after tonight. I need my rest, that's for sure. After tonight, but here we go. 18 drivers and sunny conditions for the first part of Q1 by the looks of it. So let us begin. Let me just actually see who we are missing today. There's one Williams, so that's Tedist, and your boy Prix. So your boy Prix is not here. And who's the other one? That's the Renault. Andy Yuskin. Where's Andy Yuskin? Championship contender, or at least early championship contender's not here. Andy Yuskin, that's a big note to absentee from tonight, so that is a bit of a surprise. I'm sure everything is okay. Andy's here as Invade is one of the first drivers out. Got a Haas behind him with only Destroyer as well. Destroyer is new to the league. He is one of the new drivers at Haas. I believe he is replacing... is he replacing Bradley Johnson too, I believe it is. So yeah, good stuff. Give me a second. Hang on. Reason why I had this chat. Boom. There we go. Not having you in here. Yes, it should be a good, fun evening ahead of us. Right, so let's jump aboard with FRT and Vave. Jumping a little bit. Hopefully we don't get too much of. Fair few drivers out in the first session already, as FRT and Vave begins his lap in the AlphaTauri. Of course, brand new now, full-time in the AlphaTauri. had a difficult race in Zandvoort last weekend, especially in qualifying. Got caught up in an incident with Raikkonen, so we'll be keen to have a clean run through here. Slightly offline through turn 3, got caught up on the curb on the inside. Don't want to be doing that too often. It was a solid-ish 21.6 first sector. And then we goes down into turn 5, can easily outbrake yourself down in this left-hand hairpin. Up through 7 and 8, got to mind the curb on the right-hand side. And turn 9, had to ease off a little bit, but kept it in 7th gear, which is what you need to do to carry the speed through as much as you can. And then into turn 10, and very easily run wide on the exit, got to mind the curb. The big bump through turn 11 and through turn 12 would put him off a little bit. This is solid time at the moment for Invade. Solid lap by the looks of. Oh, there's Andy Yuskin. He's into the session, which is good to see. You should be able to join qualifying, as is a 16.6 from Andy Yuskin to start us off. Only destroyer behind it at a 16.8. So good from him. But here goes Source, a 16.2. Last week's winner, as I mentioned, Zandvoort. Popped in with a 16.2 in the racing points. So good stuff from him. Good solid lap. McCracken comes in behind a 16.5. So looks to be mid-16s to begin. X-Mando in the McLaren comes through in a 17.8. And there's a car going off through the edge of turn 9. Hippo sets at 123.1 to begin. So slowly people finding their feet. We found out yesterday, or we saw yesterday, that in F3 a lot of people retire in this first session. Nothing at the moment so far. Lincoln put in a 17.7, so yeah, gradually a few drivers coming through. Papa Smurf invalidated. There's a Mercedes. Shadow Moses comes in with an 18.6. Who we got coming around as well? Let's jump on board with run on board with Daniel in the Red Bull. It's just he's on an out lap at the moment. And I think I'll take you through the driver's standings. So, leading the way, McCracken, 71 points in the Renault. He picked up a decent 4th place finish. Obviously, could have won the race, but a very unlucky drive-through for a virtual safety car, which he sped under, cost him the victory. Still came home with 4th, though, and he leads Andy Yuskin, his teammate, no less, by 10 points. Andy Yuskin on 61 points, and just behind them is Teddist on 56. And just behind him is the ever-consistent Lincoln on 54. Lincoln has been in the points every race so far this season. Looking to continue that going, because he's looking pretty strong in this early part of the season. He is just ahead of his own teammate in the racing point. RSF1 Source of 51 points. Then it's Tacticals on 39, Invade on 37. Raikkonen on 26 after his second place. Hippo's on 24, followed by Daniel, which riding aboard with 18 points. A little bit of a lock-up from Daniel there. Then it's Locker on 15, who unfortunately has left the league, I believe, which is a shame, as Daniel unfortunately validates through the edge of turn 8, as Source improves on a 3rd lap on the soft tyres, a 16.2, so he's looking pretty good already. Carrying on, we got a double on 13 points, Papa Smurf on 8 points, Force Manure on 3 points, Orphan on 1, and Immortal on 1. Destroyer, Moses, your boy Prix, Kabuki are yet to score, so they're hoping to obviously get off the mark straight away. And just jumping into the Constructors now. Renault have a pretty decent lead at the moment at 27 points. They got caught a little bit by Racing Point, obviously with Source's good win last week. So Renault's on 132, Racing Point 105. 3rd place in the Ferrari is the Ferrari of 90 points. Williams is 4th on 64. Then a bit of a gap to a pretty tasty battle already. We've got Mercedes on 25, Alfa Romeo and McLaren on 24. Red Bull on 19, AlphaTauri on 17, and Haas bring up the rear at the moment on 9 points. So all of them teams looking forward to get some more points here today. Can they do so? As Raikkonen and then behind him Tacticals, you just saw in the background, both starting their laps. So Raikkonen, obviously fresh from his second place, and I think, or at least I hope, that second place is going to give him a little bit more motivation to continue going on the good run, because all it takes is one good result and you just feel brilliant going forward. Oh, he's a little bit on the steer. Oh, he's in the wall. No. Oh, commentator's curse. If there ever is one. I'm so sorry, Raikkonen. Oh my goodness. Just lost it on the curb. Just got a bit of understeer through turn 9 and he's straight into the wall on the right hand side. That is such a shame for Raikkonen. Like I said, he wanted to continue momentum and it's straight back down because he's already out in Q1. His teammate, Tacticals, is going to be finishing a lap now. And he goes to 16.5, so good stuff from him, but that's not what Raikkonen needed at all, starting from the back of the grid. I find him inside. Right, so who's on another lap at the moment? Immortal goes up to 5th on a 16.6, so well done from Immortal. Good stuff from the Red Bull drivers. We still got a few left to go. Andy Yuskin, who was late into the session. A little bit of pressure from him. Let's right on board with him as he just goes through turn 1 and then through turn 2. The key through turn 2 is to stay away from the curb. You need to get the line right through turn 3. Because you ideally want to be flat through turn 3. Time disappeared from the first sector, so I never got to see what it was, but through turn 4 pretty nicely. Turn 5. Nicely through the left-hand hairpin. Through turn 6, 7 and 8. A little bit cautious through 7 and 8, but I think he's just trying to keep the lap valid. He just want to keep it on the board. A little bit of a lift through turn 9. All okay. Into this last sector, which is arguably the make or break of your lap because it's quite finicky. But avoid the curbs, especially in these last few corners, especially in this chicane because it can throw the car a little bit. And then through the final corner. You know, timing was a little bit off. Yeah, very off actually. My So according to this, he didn't set a lap, which is interesting. Let me just check race director. Yeah, 27.5. Yeah, my timing on the top right of the screen didn't really come up, and it hasn't come up on the leaderboard, which is a little bit weird. Hey ho, we carry on. As oh, 16 2. That is confusing and a little bit delayed because he's already at turn 5 and the time's just come up. So, well, good luck from Andy, but very confusing there. As we ride aboard with RSF1 double, and double was is needing of a very good result because my stream is frozen a little bit. Just my laptop having a few funny moments. It was. There we go. Yellow flags everywhere. I think there's a few people getting out of the way there. But yeah, double. Could have very easily won the race, but just had one of those races to forget. But he still came home in 8th place, despite going to outside the points twice. but showed very, very good character to continue going in the race. He's one of these people that I think there's a few in this tier. Lincoln being another one. Tacticals won a race yet. Tacticals has not won a race yet. He's another one that have the pace to win potential races in this tier, but it's all got to come together. You need to have the luck as well as the consistency to go through, and those wins will come. I know they will at one point this season. Can it be tonight for double? As he crosses the line, it looks pretty good, and it's a 16-4 from double, puts him right at the top of the pecking order. So that leaves Tedist, and we got Stars Orphan, Shadow Moses, and Kabuki in a little bit of trouble. Papa Smurf and X-Mando also down now. Tedist will be very keen to continue on from his podium. Obviously that podium brought him right back into the title picture. Nicely through the last chicane, good control. And it's going to be into the 16s, and it is a 16.5. Good stuff from Tedis. Right, so that leaves... So Papa Smurf is on an outlap. Shadow Moses is just starting an outlap at the moment. Still got 4 minutes to go. Orphan has unfortunately validated somewhere in the last sector, so he's got to go again. Where's Hippo? There's Hippo. He's behind Orphan at the moment, so got to be careful he doesn't get caught up too much. Here goes Hippo. Is this going to be an improvement? It is. By half a second, but only goes up to 12. But some slightly safer, because Orphan has just started a lap, so I think he would do that. Into Toxic, Magic Mark, Source, Double, all in the chat there. Of course, this time I have my laptop up at the moment, so if we have any issues similar to last night, they will be eliminated. Because of course we don't want to go through last night, for those that remember that. Is everything okay on the stream? Is the picture quality coming through? Sound quality okay? Ah, good, good. Right, Stars Orphan into the final sector at the moment. Who else is on a lap at the moment? We got Shadow Moses, Papa Smurf, as Orphan clips the grass a little bit. Just about keeps it valid through the final corner. Is this going to be enough to go through? Doesn't improve. To find a little bit more time. Moses has unfortunately validated through the middle sector somewhere. And Papa Smurf is on a slow lap at the moment, so they're just building themselves up. X-Mando in the McLaren, so both McLarens under a little bit of pressure. Two tenths down, and so much understeer on the exit. You don't want to get caught in that grass. Game sound could be turned up. Can't hear the cars. I'll sort that out at the end of Q1. I'll bump up the sound a little bit. Also might drop down the... I'm running on 1080p, so I might drop it down a little bit because it's a little bit stuttery on my end. Yeah, I'll turn up the game sound a little bit. Reason why they're so low is because if you turn it up too loud, then you can't hear the people commentating. This X-Mando is now coming into the final chicane. I still think this final chicane, I'd prefer the last two corners like how it used to be in the olden days. I say olden days, it's like 2010, I think was the last time. 2011 maybe. As X-Mando, like last time would be 06, wouldn't it? Yeah, last time, 2006 was the last time they used the fast two right-handers, and then they added this chicane in 2007. Still been finicky ever since, or awkward. Everyone's making their way through. Is Papa Smurf going to improve? He doesn't. How's Shadow Moses going on? Orphan is in the pit, so Orphan is done. Moses is slowly going around the last sector. Should be coming round to set another lap. What Papa Smurf can do first sector. He's a couple of tenths down. At the moment, Papa Smurf, Shadow Moses, and Orphan, as well as Reckon, out in this first session. Yeah, Orphan's retired. We'll keep on board with Papa Smurf. Where is that X-Mando? X-Mando is actually a couple of tenths up, so this will put Kabuki in a bit of trouble because Kabuki's in the pits. Is Mando going to do enough? He does not. He lost a couple of tenths in the last sector. So X-Mando is now under pressure from Papa Smurf, who is a tenth up. This is very close between these two. Kabuki might be safe. Is X-Mando going again? No, he's turned his ERS down, so it's all down to Papa Smurf. Can he haul his Haskar out of Q1? I think he is. He does. He knocks X-Mando out of the session, so both McLarens fought the first hurdle. X-Mando and Shadow Moses, Stars Orphan, and Raikkonen, the first people eliminated on Q1. And Andy Yuzgin tops the session with a 116.2, only just ahead of Source. And you got Double, Kraken, Tedis, Tacticals all up there. Of course, Daniel as well. So relatively close. But they all made the first hurdle, which is through Q1. Right, while I've got some time. I didn't realise Tacticals had left. While I've got some time, I'll bump up the game sound a little bit. Only by a bit. And see what that's like from there. So, bear with me. Just going to reset it a little bit. And I'll be right back. Alright, just in time. I bumped up the game sound a little bit. Was on 10, is now on 20, so we'll see how that goes. So, X-Mando, Shadow Moses, Stars Orphan, and Raikkonen all out in the first session. Which is unfortunate for them, but of course they have the race to look forward to. And Andy Yuzgin just topping the session ahead of Source. Hopefully Andy Yuzgin's timing on my screen will sort itself out, because that was definitely very weird. Because he was at turn 5 and then the time just appeared. So, a little bit weird. But yeah, top 10 covered by just over half a second, which is pretty good. We're now into Q2. Once again, for everybody that is watching the stream, hopefully there should be some good entertainment going forward tonight. 18 viewers at the moment, which is pretty good, but always jumps up to about 30 for the race. Obviously engineers in the chat as well. So we're in to Q2. This is where the strategy comes into play. Only on lap 1 of 30. Lap 1 of 3 at the moment, which is weird. That does this anyway. I think it's waiting for somebody to kind of start the session. My stream's frozen a bit. Oh, there we go. Yeah, laptop's having a funny moment, so my stream has started to freeze up a little bit. But here we go into Q2. A little bit of a delay in the session starting, but it'll be fine. Quite a few on the medium tyres. There's a racing point coming out. It's Source on the medium tyres. So this is the thing. Ever since the start of the week on Sunday, we've had kind of the strategy really is mediums to hards pretty much. I remember Magic Mark tried it in F2, tried the softs, and it just didn't work out for him at all. And so yeah, a lot of drivers already are realizing mediums to hards is kind of the best thing to go for. Kind of 13 laps, 14 laps or so, and then go on to the hard tyres, which is, you know, I kind of like the tracks where it's kind of a guess, or the, you know, the time difference between 1 or 2 stops is different. You know, so variety and strategy, you know, makes it interesting, but we also know obviously a late safety car also spices things up. And of course, those outside the top 10, obviously on those fresh tyres, that they start on the hards, the alternate strategy will always be interesting. We're all right on board with Source. So he's going to be the first person to set a lap in Q2. We've only got 6 drivers on track at the moment. You've been a bit shy. No problem. As we head on to the start-finish straight, DRS open. Going up to way over 200 miles an hour. 205 miles an hour into turn 1. Icing through turn 2 as well, and got the line absolutely perfect for turn 3. That's what you want. You want to be completely flat through turn 3 these days, and it's a 21.2 first sector. That's pretty good on the medium tyres. Double, apparently Road got called into work quite late, and he said if he finished early from work today, he would join me in the box, but I'm not sure whether that is going to happen. I think he's unavailable, and that is a very unfortunate track extend for Source there through turn 8. But that's how easy it is. That turn is very, very strict. Papa Smurf also. There's the Renault van der Juskin. So, and yeah, he's a lot more cautious through 7 and 8. And again, a very big of a lift. A lot of understeer through turn 9. Timmer's no longer racing in Tier 5, Jerry Ghost, I'm afraid, which is a big shame. Hopefully he does come back, but hopefully he's alright with whatever he's doing. Slightly deep for Mandy Yuskin there into that corner. In this last sector, it's very easy to lose off the flow. Force Minnow 22.2, here comes Andy. Again, a slight delay with the time, but it's a 16.9. Yeah, slightly confusing Hippo actually, because I thought you made it through. Apparently, don't we love F1 these days? Apparently, your boy Prix on the timing pages, as you can see, is actually Hippo. He's just told me in the chat. Brilliant. That's what you like to see, isn't it? Don't know how that's worked out. Although I remember, what was it early in the season? If you guys remember, we had I think Daniel was in the streaming car or something like that. Definitely a weird one. But he is Daniel today, which is good. But apparently Hippo is your boy Prix, so that's brilliant stuff. He'd lock up from Daniel. Obviously, one of those that is running, I believe he's running no assists at all. He's definitely not running ABS. Because he disconnected and rejoined. I see. It does seem that if you leave the lobby and then join back in, Daniel, you are very lucky to keep that valid. Went way off the chicane there, but gathered it all together and done a 17.4. I think he would need to improve on that. There was a big mistake, obviously, as we saw in that chicane. Lincoln on the sauce at the moment, which is interesting, as is Papa Smurf. Wonder if Lincoln is going to continue with this. Because again, the other tactic is go on sauce, but then ease off on the as you come out the last corner. It's yeah, I think it's a bit of a banker lap from Lincoln. It's a 19.4. I'd imagine he'd need to be going a little bit quicker than that to get through to Q3. Papa Smurf does an 18.2. Source on the second run on the mediums. I never really want to do a second run on any of the tyres, but if sometimes you can improve on a second lap, which is probably where I'm missing it. Here comes Source, and it's a 16.7, so tops the session at the moment. Goes on a 29.7. Is quality still alright, guys? Because it is a little bit jumpy on my laptop at the moment. It could be just me, but it is jumpy a little bit. Might need to turn it back down to 620. As yeah, this is Hippo. Again, it's so confusing because on my thing it says your boy Prix, as you can see, guys, but apparently it's Hippo. So again, visual stuff is wonderful. Yeah, your boy Prix did actually join the session, I believe. And he's in a different car, and obviously he couldn't take part in qualifying. 21.9. Hippo is a bit jumpy a little bit as well. Doubles also on the lap. He's on the soft. See how he's getting on. Just coming into the middle. Not middle. Last sector. And it's interesting because it really depends how your pace is through qualifying, I think. Because if you go on the softs, they're going to run out very, very early. And then you have to take the hards a long, long way towards the end. Or even do a two-stop, which is not really recommended. Yeah, it's a 19.0 for double. A little bit of a slower lap. And Hippo's unfortunately invalidated. Right, McCracken, championship leader. Coming into this race on the medium tyres. So be looking for a mid-16, I think, to be completely safe. It's still quite close. Kind of that mid-pack at the moment where Kabuki, Daniel, Tacticals are. I do think probably a high 16, low 17 probably will see you through. Again, depends how many people go on softs. If they just want trap position, as Kraken runs it very deep into that cane corner. Let's see what McCracken can do. Again, a very slight delay on my timing screen. It could be just me. It is a little bit concerning. We'll have to ease off a little bit through turn 2. Again, there's delay on when I see the stream on my laptop, which is also weird. But through turn 4, decent first sector, 21.4 I think that was. It's slower than Source, but we'll still put him near the top end, which is where he needs to be, really. He doesn't need to mind about pole at the moment, or quick. He's had to turn out a little bit of 7 and 8. Invades into the wall. So what's happened to Invade? Yeah, he's not moving at all. I didn't see him crash. It says he's crashed. So that's unfortunate for Invade. Just lost it through turn 7 and 8. We'll carry on board with McCracken, and again had to turn out of the corner a little bit. And McCracken comes through with a 16.9, goes third, so that could see him through into Q3. I don't know what's going on with Invade's car. Normally, well, gets it away. It's still on my screen, still on the side of the track. Yeah, a few visual things. There goes Invade. Yeah, so again, a few problems we're having. So hopefully they don't go too wrong before the race. Those there are procedures if we do. Right, Destroyer. Force Manure also out, and he's in 8th and an 18-1 at the moment, so Force Manure, I think, just looking to get through on the strategy, possibly. Start on fresh tyres if you're outside the top 10. See what Destroyer can do. That's a decent first sector, 21.3. Right on, it was a 10th up on McCracken's time. McCracken did a 16.9, so if he can keep it through, the rest of this lap would be good. 7 and 8, how's he going to take this? And into 4th gear, gives turn 8 on the right a very wide gap. And again, in through turn 10. Oh, and slightly over the curb there. Just about managed to keep it going. And into the chicane. Oh, he's too far up on the left-hand side. He's got time though, he's got plenty of time to go again, but he is going to carry on in the same set of tyres. Would have been a 17.5, despite that mistake, so... if he carries on, let's see what Hippo does. A little bit sideways at the last chicane. And it's going to be a 17.7, goes into 8th place. So decent. Who's in trouble? Who's... Double's down in 11th at the moment. He's on an outlap though. Let's see from Double. A little bit of pressure for Double. Not normally see pressure on board of Double, especially in qualifying. Normally he's safely through to Q3. So this would be a surprise if he's out, but he's got plenty of time to sort it here. He's probably got another lap after this if this one doesn't work out. He's already 4/10ths up, but that's on the 19.0, so he's got to find a good, what are we saying, 2 seconds. More than that. Nicely through turn 4. You can see he's on a wheel because of the movement on the driver. Kabuki though goes into 6th, that's not 6th, Destroyer goes to 5th actually in the house, the second lap on his tyre, so that's put him a lot more safer. Right, and on board a Double through the final sector. Needs to be late 16, low 17, I think. We keep going into Q3 through the final corner. See what he can do. This is going to be, oh yeah, 17.0. So that probably we'll see him through into the next session. Very good lap from Double. Those on laps now. Immortals yet to set a time. Minute and a half to go, so he's getting under a bit more pressure now. Purple for sector 2, so that's his personal best. I am going to pause the stream again. I'm going to drop it down to 720p because on my end it's jumpy a little bit on the stream, so I'm going to put the quality down a bit so it's stable. So it will be a bit of an interruption. Immortal though goes to 3rd in the Red Bull, so really solid lap from Immortal. He'll be very happy with that. Yeah, weaves a little bit on the straight. So very good. So who's that put under pressure? So Hippo's out. Force Manure is out already. So we've got Papa Smurf and we've got Lincoln in 14th. Now remember, Lincoln's on a scoring. Okay, yeah, could be just me then. Yeah, me watching the stream keeps jumping a little bit. Yeah, Lincoln's on a bit of a point scoring record, so him outside the top 10 is not going to help with that. See what Papa Smurf can do on the sauce. Not enough. He's got time to go again if he has fuel and ERS. See how Lincoln's getting on. He's up on his time, but he was on the 19.4. Currently everyone on the medium tyres. And, oh, Papa Smurf has dropped it. He has, yeah, notifications aren't coming up on my screen that people are retiring. But Papa Smurf is out. He's just lost it at turn 2. You can see the dot, if you could see the dot. So this is all down to Lincoln. All eyes on him. It's between him and Tacticals. He's got to beat a 17.4. He is currently exactly 2 seconds up, so this would be close. He's got to nail this final chicane. Is he going to get through into Q3? Or is he going to just miss out? Through the final corner. Nicely done. He's got to beat a 17.4. I think he's going to do it. He does do it. 16.9. That puts Tacticals out in 11th in the Ferrari. And Tacticals has been on pole a few times, so slight surprise there. But he will be the first to start on fresh tyres, and that's pretty good advantage if you can make it work around here. But Mortal, the last lap of the session, makes it through to the Q3. Still relatively close at the front, which is good to see. Yeah, 10th between 2nd and 7th. Yeah, very good stuff on board. And just over half a second covering 9 in the end. So Tactical's just missing out. You can see by 3 thousandths of a second between him and Daniel. That's very close. That is Hippo, by the way, for anybody that's just joined. Don't worry, it is confusing, I understand. Papa Smurf in 13th, Force Manure 14th, and FRT Invade unfortunately crashed out. So Alpha Tower is 14th and 15th. Yeah, we got a few visual glitches. I saw Andy Yuskin's time delayed a little bit. There's a couple of names being thrown out as well. Alright, here we go. Into Q3 we go. So this is where everything comes into play. Again, my screen keeps jumping, but I am being told it's fine, so it is just me. So I've got to carry on regardless then. I need to use my phone actually for it, which is a shame, but there we go. So Andy's going to be the first one out. Just going to get the stream up on my phone. I think my laptop's just not going to play ball with me today. So bear with me, and then I can get this up. Don't have much battery, but it should be alright, I guess. Yeah, laptop's just not playing ball at all for some reason. So, on the phone. There we go. So, yeah, that seems perfectly fine. Yeah, this laptop's just not playing at all. So I'm going to close that down so I've got more space and we can keep on going. 22 viewers, so thank you very much for watching. As we head into Q3, who is going to get pole position? Few of the big hitters in terms of qualifying are here. Got Source, Lincoln, Tedist, Andy, and McCracken. Daniel double as well. A few new faces as well. Kabuki, not normally into Q3, and only Destroy obviously. I think only is in second race as Andy's turn 2, and he's so close to the barrier. Just clip the curb, and that's very easy. It's so easy to just touch that curb when you're around, but it's very lucky boy. He got away with it. So we've got to jump aboard with Source, who was just behind him, is now going to be ahead of him. Sorted. Sweet. Right. So on board with Source. See what he can do. Nicely through. Turn 10, I think that is. 11 and 12 as well. nicely for the last chicane. This looks pretty good. Last week's winner from Zandvoort sets a 15.5. That's the quickest, I think, so far. That's pretty good because we're seeing like the top guys in we haven't seen F1 yet, but we saw F2 was a 14.7. A very impressive time. Andy, obviously, with that spin, that's a 32. 16.6 for Destroyer. Lincoln's invalidated from his lap. What about McCracken? He was looking pretty strong so far. Is he going to get near it? No, 15.9 is a few tenths off, but still goes second. Kabuki, 16.9 from him. Goes to fourth. So then it's the Red Bull of Immortal who's back into the pits. Mercedes a double is just about to start a lap. Then we got Tedis. See what Tedis can do. Again, back in form. Back on the rostrum last week. Want to continue it. Regularly see him in Q3. Don't think he's been on pole yet. Can he change that? 15.9, just behind McCracken by 400. So this shows how good of a lap Source has done as Daniel goes to fourth. Yeah, Sources are really set. It's like high jump with their lap time. And come and get me, basically, is what he's saying. Lincoln again invalidated on his lap. Here comes double. And I so won. Of course, I'm a neutral, as always, commentating, but I really want this guy double to have a good result today. He deserves it after the character he showed last week. Again, he's yet to win a race this season. Has had horrific luck to the start. Hopefully he can change. Purple set to 2 is a good start to this lap. And again, he's shown really good pace in qualifying as well. Was on pole last week. Unfortunately had the spin through turn 3 on the first lap. Looking pretty good. This is going to be close to Source's time. Is it going to beat it? Oh, it's a 59 as well. Sneaks somehow in between Kraken and Tedis, despite them having a close gap. So goes to third. Yeah, Source has a little bit of an advantage over everyone else, as they all head back to the pits, I think. Is Andy still on the lap? He's in a hot lap. Now goes to none. On board. Don't think... No, he's definitely not on a lap. So everyone's back in the pits. Yeah, doubles down. And Kabuki is down as well. So round 1, Source on pole by 4 tenths at the moment. Well, 3.5 if you want to be exact. Looked like 4 tenths to me, but it is 3.5. So all good stuff, all good stuff. And we just got to wait now for round number 2 in Q3. They all get on their fresh tyres. If they have any, of course, because some people might actually not have a fresh set left. Depends what they did. And one of the Red Bulls is straight out. That's Immortal, and that's a... You always see this if you haven't set a lap time. You just want to have a clean track in front of you, and Immortal is doing just that. Of course, reminder, we have 2 more races this week around Spain. We have the F1 boys tomorrow. Unfortunately, I am unavailable to race, so you won't see me on track. I know it's a shame. But of course you'll see plenty of others that will give you entertainment tomorrow in the F1 division. And Midsi continue his amazing run of form, 3 wins in a row. Can he make it 4? Would be interesting. Easton needs to fight back as well as everyone else. And then obviously F4 ends the week. Very competitive tier in that one as well. Of course we have competitive tiers across the whole of RSF1, which is always fascinating to watch and be a part of. Better than real life. Better than real life F1 season, probably. And then next week, oh boy, it's Monaco, baby. Under the floodlights as well, because we had that vote earlier on this week. It was decided that every tier is going to be under the floodlights, so that will definitely be a spectacle. And it's one of those that's like, either you're looking forward to it, or you're going to hate it, basically. We could see some very interesting races, or some very boring ones, because that's what Monaco basically is. It's either going to be brilliant or boring for Monaco, but I'm sure it'll be entertaining either way. Yeah, but I'm not racing tomorrow, unfortunately. Plans got changed as Mortal got caught on the curb, exit turn 5, and very nearly lost the car. Almost nearly gave me a heart attack as well. Yeah, he's like, right, I need to calm myself down. Turn off the RS. Get it into lean as well. He's going to go again to calm himself. And he's going again, and he's already half a tenth up through the first sector. Misses the apex of turn 4 though. Again, that turn 4 is very, very understeer. You just don't want to coax the car, and again was very lucky to get away with that. In terms of track limits, I've seen so many times it being invalidated. Slight lift again through turn 9. I've seen it quite a few times on board with Andy. The car just doesn't seem to be following as he's turning. Could be something to do with setup, or he's not that confident with this track, but he's still in a solid 5th. I'm not obviously not saying that he's down on performance at the moment, but see, the car's not completely under him. And again, nearly loses it on the last chicane, but still might improve here. Still looks pretty good. And 59, he's up by 4 tenths. Joins his teammate again. Again, somehow gets in between McCracken, Double and Tedist, even though there was like less than a tenth between them. So solid up from him. Daniel improves to a 16.2, but stays 6th. Who else is on the lap? Is McCracken? No, he's slowing down. You've got Double and Tedist on an out lap with just under 2 minutes to go. This is crunch time. Evening Scotsman. Flying Scotsman, I believe. The nickname you are now. Also, that's very rude calling us that. Right, so let's see. McCracken's already invalidated on his second lap as well, so that's not going to be good for him. So he's slightly compromised. I'd say very compromised, actually. Destroyer, does he improve? I think he is, actually. He's going to join 16.6 for Destroyer. Lincoln and Immortal are going to have 1 lap to be putting on the board for Q3. That's definitely big pressure for them. What if my voice is up for the start of the race, for what I'm planning to do? Probably not, actually. Hopefully it can be alright. So Source is already pole, is looking to improve. I don't think he's had a pole yet. Or maybe Australia. I think was he on pole in Australia? He might have been. Good at the moment, but can anybody else find that little bit extra and try and take him down? McCracken's going again. That will be a 3rd lap on softs. Whereas Double and Tedist is about to finish his lap on completely fresh tyres. And the time is up. Tedist is going to be first, and it's going to be a 15.5. He takes... No, I got confused. 15.8. Sorry, I thought he leapt to the top. He got to 2nd. A good lap from Tedist. And he invalidated on his lap, so stays 4th place. What's happening with Double? He's only a little bit up, but a little bit will get him on the front row. Into the chicane. From Double. There's a racing point. Lincoln goes to 2nd, making it a racing point 1-2 for the brief moment, because Double has leapt himself onto the front row of a 15.7. It was a front row for racing point for, what, 2 seconds? And Double's taking it away. McCracken's on a good lap, but got on the grass a little bit. It's a Rebel in front of him of Immortal. Where does Immortal go to? Immortal stays 10th. McCracken. Where did he go? And tell me. 5th. He stays 5th. So it is RSF1 Source that takes pole position ahead of Double. Double splits the racing points only just. So it'll be RSF1 Source and RSF1 Double on the front row. It's an RSF1 clan tag 1, 2, 3. Don't you love to see it? Lincoln 3rd, Tedis, and then the 2 Renaults. McCracken just ahead of Andy Yuskin. Daniel 7th, Only Destroyer 8th, Kabuki 9th, and Immortal rounds out the top 10. Stalls at a 15.5 in the end. Double and Lincoln got very close. But not close enough. Let's see if we can have a word with RSF1 Source. There he is. Source, include your audio, please. I know you've been here before. So, well done. Did you get pole in Australia? So this will be your second, or is this your first? Yep, I thought you did. Yeah, but well done. Did you expect that lap? Because you got a couple of tenths over everyone else, which is pretty good going considering this series is normally quite close, especially in qualifying. Did you expect that that lap time from yourself? Yeah, who looks at TT? Who judges TT? I did see that, yes. Ah. Obviously, you're on the back of the win from last week. I did say at the start of the session, I did say at the start of the stream that we had 5 different winners from 5 different races. Of course, you made it the 5th. I also said, can we have our first double winner? And this will be you back to back if you are able to achieve it. But you've got a lot of hungry drivers behind, as I'm sure you know. I'm guessing your first priority is keep the lead on the first lap. Yeah. Ah. Apparently we can't hear you. Oh, it's that thing again. It's that thing again. Wow, Hippo, wow. I'll let you get to it. I'll let you get to it. Fortunately, we can't hear you. That puts a little bit of a annoyance for later in my podium interview, but we'll see how that goes later on. I mean, yeah. Anyway, good luck to you. I'll leave you to get prepared. That's annoying. That's really annoying, but. Yeah, Source's second pole, because he did confirm that he had a pole in Australia, so second pole position. Can he make it back-to-back wins? He'll be the first driver in this division to do so, if he does, but as I mentioned, he's got very hungry drivers behind him. Of course, Double looking for his first victory. You got Lincoln looking for his first victory. Ted is there as well. Obviously, McCracken and Andy Yuskin looking to get back onto the rostrum. They haven't been on the rostrum for a while. It's kind of weird saying that as well. Actually, no, McCracken was in one in China, so it hasn't been that long for McCracken. But Andy will be keen to get back on there. Of course, anybody outside the top 10, this race, you know, could throw up a few surprises. Yeah, should be Interesting. Apparently on my grid on the race director, your boy Prix is starting in 0th place. I don't know if you saw that. Very weird. There you see. Your boy Prix in a 0th place. Yeah, that's... I don't honestly know. Hopefully everything will be alright once we get going, because that does alarm me a little bit. And of course that may mean on a restart, and that will be fun times. Fun times. Although I do have a procedure, if obviously we do have a procedure on the inside, obviously restart, lobby host and so on. But in terms of the stream, I do have a plan. I've had this plan for about a week and a half since we had the issue. Now we haven't had the issue, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we don't need to. But I am prepared, just in case. I have a little something for you guys in the chat, if we're able to do it. Hopefully we're not able to do it. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. Right. Dry race by the looks of it, which is slightly disappointing. But hey ho, we can't have everything in life. Millsy's here. Hello, Millsy. Oh my... Oh, I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Oh, that ain't good. Yeah, that's gonna kick me. That's gonna kick me. Wait, we frozen... is everyone frozen? Are you guys frozen as well on the grid, or is it just me? Oh, that is... Right, I'm gonna have to leave it. I don't think that's gonna fix itself. God damn it. Right. I'll leave it there. Hello? Okay. Okay. Can you include your audio? Okay. I need to check my Discord. What is it, definite restart? Because I haven't heard that there is. Obviously, I've seen it all froze. Oh, AJ's called it.
Yeah, apparently.
Sweet.
I was in a fight with Shane and Camo, and apparently, well, Shane said that AJ's called a restart.
Okay. Introduce yourself, just to make sure we can actually hear you, because I had an issue earlier with Source. I couldn't hear him, so...
Well, I'm Monster Skyline if you can hear me. Hello. I'm meant to be here normally, but, I had other things on. There you go. You can hear me.
Hey, heard yourself.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, thank you for joining me anyway.
You're welcome.
I'm guessing your race didn't go too well.
Oh, I'm leaving that league. They had like 3 people crash out behind the safety car, and it was like not even like people slowing down to get for the safety car to come in. It was like the first lap of the safety car and people crashed, and I was like, you know what, I'm not doing that.
Oh no.
It was on the main straight of Baku as well, and it's like, who crashes behind the safety car on the main straight of Baku? How do you do that?
Anyway, I have a plan for this situation.
Oh god, okay.
And it was a suggestion sent to me by one of the admins. If we ever have to restart, obviously we've got to stall
Okay.
until everything's ready again. So, I have my quiz book
Oh, you have
with
quizzes.
all the records.
Oh gosh.
With all the records of Formula One.
Oh, I'm going to be absolutely awful at this because anything before 2010, I don't really remember.
So, we can have a Spanish Grand Prix fact. I'm going to look for those.
Spanish Grand Prix fact. Okay.
Yes.
You know, how about when was when did it all start that Spain was the pre-season testing? When did Spain become the actual pre-season testing track up until this year?
Please tell me you actually know that.
No.
See now, here's the thing with the quiz. You need to actually know the answer
You
yourself
was wanting
to
a
back
fun
yourself
fact.
up.
You was wanting a fun fact. You could find out.
I know there is something. I know there is something here. Patience. Alright. Guys in the chat, by the way, if you're in the race, or meant to be racing, can you let me know when the lobby's set up so I can jump in? That'd be great. Okay, it's not a Spanish Grand Prix fact. This is I guess key for next week because obviously we're racing Monaco next week. Monaco is the shortest lap length on the calendar. This is, by the way, end of 2009, not now. End of 2009. Lobby's back up, apparently. So, yeah, as we are going to Monaco next week, in terms of miles, in terms of miles, how long is Monaco? In terms of the track length.
Is that asking me as well?
Like to take... That's asking you as well, if you want to have a guess. There's your invite, by the way, as well.
Ooh. I'm going to say...
I'm going to give it a clue. It's 1 point something. 1 point something. So whoever's closest to the, 1 point whatever.
I'm going to say 1.89 miles.
1.89, okay. Our button says 2.7. No. Amazing, actually. It's you've seen Long Beach and Zeltweg as well. 1.4 miles double. Okay, that's close. Anybody else want to take a guess? Nobody's got it completely right so far. It's 1 point something miles. Of course, this is where people go onto Google and then check it.
Yeah, true. I've got one for you.
Ray Digger, 1.2, 1.7.
I've got one for you as well.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have Spain and Valencia on the same calendar. What years were they between? When
Spain and Valencia on
when
the
they
same
shared
calendar.
the calendar.
Oh, that's 2012 and 13.
No.
No.
There's a 4-year time gap, by the way. 4 years.
Oh, 4 year.
Yeah.
I think chat might have it. 2009 to 2012.
That's only 3 years.
No, it's 4 technically. 09, 10, 11 and 12.
Okay, 5 years then.
It's 4.
Whoopsie.
Haha.
It's 5 years then. Sorry.
09 to 13. By the way, the Monaco question, it's 1.954 miles.
Ooh.
That's what I was looking for.
Do you want the Valencia one?
09 to 13.
08
Barry.
to 12.
Ah, 08 to 12. 08 to 12.
Yes.
Not a question, but this is a fascinating fact here. So, just a little thing that I've just seen here. So this is just incredible when you think about it. Grand Prix up to 1957 were run to a target time of 3 hours, although some went on for even longer.
Oh wow.
The 1954 German Grand Prix, held at the 14.1 mile long Nürburgring Nordschleife, holds the record as the longest Grand Prix in terms of time.
How long was it?
It took race winner Juan Manuel Fangio. Please tell me you've heard of it.
I've heard of Fangio, yeah, of course.
Yeah. He won it in 3 hours, 45 minutes, and 45.8 seconds to cover the allotted 22 laps.
22 laps to do that, holy. Here's one for you about Spain.
Yeah.
Kimi Raikkonen is one DNF away from matching Ruben Keller's record of 7 non-finishes at the Circuit Catalunya.
Really?
That might be off last year's stats. I don't know if Kimi Raikkonen... No, we didn't race that last year, did we? Did we?
No, we didn't.
No, so Raikkonen's only one away from matching the worst run of finishes, I guess.
Here's a good question for you guys, and you, Ryan, if you've got it. What is the race that is the shortest ever race in terms of time? As in, they started and then it was red flag and then aborted.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to think of bizarre races. You had that one at Belgium where you had that massive pile-up, but that continued.
Yep, that continued. That was never aborted. This is a race that it was started, red flagged, then they abandoned it completely.
I'm trying to think of that race in, I think it might have been 2017 or 2018, where it was raining. We did a few safety car laps, but we never actually got going. And then they called it off. Well, did we start in that in the end? That was Brazil, wasn't it?
And then they started that in the end.
Yeah.
They started that in the end. Brazil 89, that's a good call, but no. Edward says 2005 USA. That's a debatable one because that had 6 drivers, but that was technically still a race.
Yeah. Wasn't red flagged, it was just an absolute disaster.
Well, we're readying up. So, guys, you've not got long.
I've got another fun one as well for you. Another quick fun one. This is a fun fact, not a question. At the 1993 Spanish Grand Prix, Alain Prost, Ayrton Senna and Michael Schumacher all finished on the podium. By the end of their careers, they'd had 14 World Championship victories between them, the most that F1 has ever seen on the podium at one time. There you go, another fun fact about Spain.
Right, guys, you got until we get going on the race to still guess on that shortest ever race. I'll give you a clue. It's in the 90s. Does that make it any easier, Ryan? In the 1990s. Shortest ever race. They started it. It's one of those that they shouldn't really...
Why do I
ever
feeling
started,
it's
to be honest.
something like Jerez or something?
No.
Okay.
It's one of those that... okay.
I don't actually know this one.
I don't know. If I told you it was raining, like a lot, like a heck of a lot.
I'm still clueless.
You were born in... What year were you born?
95.
95. Oh, before your time then. So you might not have seen it or heard about it.
I mean, like I said to you, anything before 2010, I probably have vague memories of, because it's only really 2010 where I started watching Formula 1. I played Formula 1 games the 2002, 2004. Sometimes, I think I even went back and played the 1999 game at one point, which was kind of interesting. But anything before then, I don't really know much of. I know the highlight things, I know who Ayrton Senna are, Fangio, and them kind of people. I know who they are, and I know some of their achievements. I just don't know these obscure things like that.
Well, I can tell you that RSF1 Button and Edwards have got it. 1991 Australia.
Oh, okay. That wouldn't have been Albert Park then, though, would it? It would have been
Would have been Adelaide.
Adelaide. That's it.
Heavy rain, for those that haven't heard this before, and I'm guessing you're one of them. Heavy rain made the Adelaide street circuit almost undrivable. Now seriously, if it rained that hard now, they wouldn't have started it. But for some reason they did back then, because obviously safety wasn't a 100% priority.
Speaking of 1991, though, Catalonia actually joined the calendar in 1991, and since it's joined the calendar, only 11 podium finishes have come from lower than 5th on the grid. Only 3 races at the track have not had run from the front row of the grid.
Mm.
There you go.
Yeah, that race in Adelaide 91 lasted 24 minutes. 14 laps were covered.
So it's still actually quite a long time, though, if you consider. I was expecting it to be like, like a 15-minute race or 10-minute race, where they only managed to go like 5 laps or something.
Again, anybody that hasn't seen it, wants to see the highlights of that, it's ridiculous how they started it. Absolutely
Let's have a look at
ridiculous.
this grid then.
Right, here we go. So, alright, can you take us through the grid?
Yeah, sure. Okay, starting from the back of the grid. Oh, we have a Renault who's not moving. That's not great.
Andy, I think. Oh, bonked him out the way.
Oh dear. Well, your boy Prolix, I don't know. Your boy is in 20th in the Williams.
Let's say your boy.
RSF1 Viker starting 19th in the Ferrari. In 18th, you have Styles Orphan in the McLaren. Shadow Moses, 90, is in the Mercedes in 17th. XDG Mando, 1992, isn't in the formation lap, but he's 16th. FRT Invade and his teammate are starting 14th and 15th, teammate being Force Manure just ahead of him. Papa Smurf, 4699 in 13th. RSF1 Hippo, people seem to like this guy quite a lot whenever he does anything, because he's doing quite a bit now, starting 12th. NV Tactics, Tacticals, we'll get there, starting in the Ferrari in 11th. Immortal 10th in the Red Bull. 9th is Kabuki in the Alfa Romeo. Only Destroyer 14, don't recognise the name, but I'm sure it's been here before, potentially, maybe a
Second race.
Second race, okay. Starting for the Haas team in 8th. Daniel P45 in the other Red Bull, starting on the mediums. I haven't actually checked the tyres at all. Let me just bring it up really quick. Oh, everyone's on the mediums.
Odds from 16 downwards, yeah.
Everyone's on the mediums, okay, that's interesting. Andy Yuzgin is 6th, Tedest is in 5th, McCracken in 4th. In the Renault, 3rd place is Lincoln, RSF1 Lincoln, should I say. In the Racing Point, Mercedes of RSF1 Double in 2nd, and RSF1 Source on pole. Very good starting positions here for Racing Point. 1st and 3rd, you can't ask for much better than that, other than a 1-2.
Sorry, Millsy, I'm pretty 100% certain that Source is fine. I'm pretty sure everyone in Q2 went through on the medium tyres. Pretty certain.
Was it dry? Because
Pretty
the way it was, it just looks like you had a wet quali. I haven't seen quali.
Yeah, it's mediums. You have to start at mediums at this track, basically. But we're ready for 33 laps, hopefully. Taking its time. Again.
Thinking about it.
Come on, there we go. Alright, 3, 4, 5 red lights for the Spanish Grand Prix in F5. And lights out and away we go. And decent start, there's 4, 5 wide in the midfield. Jesus Christ. There's an Alfa Romeo on the grass. Double's looking for the lead, but Source keeps the lead. Tennis has got ahead of McCracken as Lincoln goes a little bit wide over the curb. All just about trundling through. I think we're clean. The 2 McLarens at the back, though. Yeah, Source retains the lead. Raikkonen's up 6 places from the rear of the field. Battling with Kabuki.
Oh, Kabuki's
But
gone.
a very...
Kabuki's,
Oh, no.
Kabuki's gone off. I missed it. I didn't see what happened, but you assume that something happened with him and Raikkonen as they were side by side.
Yeah, pretty apart from Kabuki. Clean start from everybody. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, the 2 Renaults looking a bit feisty as well. They're sat 5th and 6th. McCracken unfortunately dropping a place to Tedis, but obviously no one's really got a time advantage now. After the restart, everyone's on the mediums and fresh mediums now, so there's no advantage of who's used their tyres the least in Q2 would have that, unfortunately, but unfortunately these things do happen.
There's a bit of damage for Destroyer, unfortunately. I think front left wing damage in the midfield. And yeah, the two Renaults, as you said, very close to one another. Andy right behind McCracken. That's once again the time if they just decide to, yeah, I'm not working anymore.
Where's my TV? My TV's a little bit loud.
Yeah, I'm hearing that. Forceman, you're in the pits with damage. That's a shame from him because he qualified really decently. Yeah, front wing for him. Interestingly, Destroyer decided not to pit. No, I swear he had damage himself.
Where is Destroyer? I'll try and jump on him.
Oh, there's Romeo off. What's who's that? That's Hippo. He's had a spin exit at turn 3. Managed to keep it going, but now it's both of the Alfa Romeos at the back.
Yeah, it's not a great start, but they'll probably try and bounce back from that because they haven't lost too much time, unlike Force Majeur's way back now. But I'm sure you'll see some of these drivers pushing hard and trying to keep in the race. It's obviously quite hard to do a bit of a comeback when you lose it a bit, though. Oh, there's a Renault off.
Is it Renault? That's McLaren.
Yeah, McLaren, even. My bad.
Ex-Mando, I think.
Yeah. Oh, there's been a penalty for Invade. Invade went off just before the chicane. He's got a penalty for it.
Oh, Invade. I hate those type of penalties because they're clearly not gaining advantage with that.
Yeah, definitely not. But Shadow Moses looks to be running a really low air though. He's just caught 12th place and 11th place so quickly on that straight. Obviously they don't have DRS yet. The straight up pace just caught them. Unless he used the ERS because he's got quite a bit less DRS than your boy Prowl. I don't know what to call him. Your boy. We'll just call him your boy.
Yeah, your boy. Great start from Raikkonen and your boy actually. Raikkonen up 9 places and your boy up 8 places, so great start for them, and they're both on the hard tyres. So in fact Raikkonen's moved into best of those that are on the hard tyres. Pretty good. As Kabuki's off, and that is a safety car. Yay.
The safety car is out, but it's not really going to help many people now, because sometimes you might see soft runners pitting now just to get onto a bit of a better strategy, but it doesn't really help anyone in this situation because it's too early to really be a benefit, unless you want to jump in and get a fresh set of mediums potentially and just stretch them out a little bit further. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you never know.
I was just keeping on board with our Destroyers here, and he's getting this damage out of the way. Clever thing to do.
Yeah, there's also Shadow Moses in the pit lane as well.
That's surely not strategy either. Yeah, change the front wing for him. Soft tyres as well, that's aggressive. But okay, he wants to get some time back and position.
Yeah, hards have gone on for Destroyer, so he's looking to go long and deep now, and potentially maybe waiting for another safety car later on. Maybe. It feels like we're already having another restart on lap 3 or 4, well, lap 4. And it looks like Source may have just clipped the safety car. That looks very interesting. Looks to me okay though.
Imagine if you clipped the safety car and actually got front wing damage from that.
I believe if you make contact with the safety car, you get disqualified.
Yeah, you do, yeah.
So that would have been very interesting if the race leader got disqualified from the race for hitting the safety car. It'd be interesting to see when the safety car comes in, because they've got everyone apart from 3 people caught up to the safety car. By the end of the lap, it'll be everyone but 2. So I think next lap we could end up seeing it come in.
Yeah, possibly. You know what I'd love to do? Go on board the safety car and look back.
That'd be pretty cool, yeah.
Also as well, right? The option of maybe it's probably not even next game thing. We're talking maybe 2 or 3 games. An option to have a manual safety car, as in,
So
you'd have
safety car.
and it's your call whether to call it or not.
See, it's kind of
And
like
it's
what I
your
want on
call.
FIFA. I want to be a referee in FIFA.
Red card? No, that's bad because you just give red card to people you don't like.
Yeah, but it's only career mode, so you're not affecting anything.
Yeah.
You know, maybe like put a system in like with FIFA or F1. Like you get like a rating system, and if you do a good job, your rating goes up from making good calls or good free kicks,
Oh, and
whatever.
then
And then if you do a
what
bad
is
job, you
going
get
on
fired.
there?
You get fired if you do a bad job.
And I guess the goal would be refereeing a Champions League game.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Sure. I'm just thinking with this, right? You could be, cause you know you have a Charlie Whiting, like he calls everything, like you call whether. Oh,
double spun.
No! Is that damage on the front wing? Oh my
I'm
goodness!
keeping an eye on double to see if he's got damage. So.
Oh, it's got
Oh god! That's one of the moments, like the whole meme thing of going, no.
I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh.
Yeah, there's definitely front wing damage for the Mercedes there.
No.
Mando looks okay, to be fair. Mando looks fine.
Oh, if the safety car goes in now, that's just even worse. It probably is.
Yeah,
I think it's
everyone's
a racing
backing off the
point
safety car.
1-2.
It's in.
Is it in?
I think so, because Source is backing
Oh,
off
it is.
Yeah.
Oh, double, my
And
goodness.
Invade's got another penalty, a 10-second penalty there. I'm not sure if that might be from earlier, because my screen's having an absolute nightmare at the minute.
That's from earlier. That's from earlier.
But Source has
So-
put his foot down around the final corner. People are going to struggle for traction there. Their tyres obviously
Oh,
won't be
Kraken's
warm.
hit Tennis. Kraken's hit Tennis. 5 second time penalty.
Yeah, Tedis is getting the position though on the Kraken, I think. Could he get around the
Racing
outside?
points.
No, he's not.
Eek. Oh, Tennis very close. I feel so sorry for double.
Andy
Yeah, he
Gill's
had
going
that
going around the
spin.
outside of Tedis, I think, around turn 3.
Oh, what a move!
Has he got it? He's held it. So both the
Nice.
Bennos have moved up and they're staying together. They're not wanting to let each other go. 3rd and 4th, and also the racing points 1st and 2nd. So everyone's going into pairs.
And
You got the Ferraris.
then the 2 Ferraris, 7th and 8th.
I just noticed that one. And the Mercedes, 17th and 18th. Just going around
I
in
gotta
pairs.
feel so sorry for double because he had a horrifically bad luck race as Tacticals just swooped by Daniel. He had a horrifically bad luck race last week in Zandvoort, and then this week he could do nothing of an ex-Mando just gone flying into him. I mean, yeah, I don't think he had damage actually from his spin, so he would have been fine, although at the back. You know what that's for? That's the meme review for from Tim and Ike, I think that is. We're gonna have to clip that at some point.
Potentially. But I just want to point out the 2 hard runners, in 8th and 9th, looking very good at the minute.
Yeah, safety cars help them out massively, aren't they? Because if they can keep with this,
Well, Teddy's looking to get a comeback on the Renault. He's not quite pulled out of that.
they just swap positions. Andy's now ahead of McCracken, so they can chase down the racing points, who are leading 1-2.
Daniel P45 not looking in a great position, and as Raikkonen's looking for a move, I think, no, not quite pulled out of it. But
Raikkonen's got to be careful here. You've got to be careful though, because he's in such a great position to want to lose it, but he's using a bit of overtake out of turn 5. This would be a good move if he can pull it off. In front of Daniel. Daniel gives him the room. A great move from Raikkonen. He's been to 7th. He's looking very good.
It's been a good start for some of these people here, like proving the medium was wrong, that you can't start on the tyres. Oh yes, you can. Raikkonen up 12 places.
Raikkonen crashed in a qualifying exit at turn 9 in Q1.
Ooh.
That's why he's so far back. Yeah, putting that to one side, having a great race.
Yeah, he's definitely put that to one side and forgot about it because he's in a position where realistically he could have started 7th place. Like, I think if you told him he'd have started near the back and be 7th at the end of lap 8, it would definitely have took that.
It's the thing about Raikkonen, isn't he? He doesn't seem to be a good qualifier, but his race pace, when he's on it, he's almost unstoppable.
Oh, doubles.
Oh, his doubles left this session. Yeah.
He's also
pitted as well.
First. How's he first?
Timing, pages, Roadmasters.
I don't know.
See, a year from now, if something goes wrong, and just say this is EA. It's EA logic. Those would be the days. A year from now.
I'm keeping an eye on double at the minute. I'm hoping that the time screen sorts itself out, because otherwise...
Yeah, it will. Can you get double back in if you can?
Yeah.
Go on recent players.
I forgot about that.
Jeez. I feel really sorry for him because he just... rotten luck. Cause he has the pace in Tier 5 right in this double, and yet... Like, because he's been on pole, like, I think twice. It's always been near the front, but his results just does not show it. And I just hope he can get a good result at some point. Because that's all it takes. One good result, and you can go on from it. But the longer it goes on that he has this, it's going to be even more proof of his character. Because he's still going.
I mean, I do feel a bit bad for some people that get unlucky week after week. Like, someone like Blazer. Like, he's had so much bad luck this season to the point where, unfortunately he's not racing with us anymore, but he's had so much bad luck that it's... Some people laugh at it, and yeah, it's kind of funny. He laughs at it as well a little bit, to be fair. But you can't help but feel that little bit of pain for them as well at the same time.
Yeah. Source, meantime, is 2 seconds up the road from Lincoln, and Lincoln, I think, is holding back Andy here, because Andy's dropped his teammate McCracken, who's actually holding off Tedis right now.
It'd be a smart play to do.
Lincoln.
Has he got a penalty now?
3 second time penalty. Yeah.
Oh, one of the Renaults got a bit
no,
off, I think. No, not Renaults. McLaren's.
My notifications aren't popping up, and the time invader's just gone again.
Yeah, but I saw yellow flags on both the McLarens were there, so I don't know who it was who had a bit of an off, but
here comes Andy. Blue. Wow. Way before turn 1. Andy into second. The Racing Point dream of a 1-2 is starting to fall away.
I don't think it will. I think Lincoln's not letting him through, but he's holding back to slow them down. But then when it comes to DRS again, he'll just get Andy Yuzgin back, I think. And then just defend like an absolute MF again.
Unfortunately, double and destroyer now at this point need a safety car to bring them back in again.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate for them. I wouldn't put it past there being another safety car. It's one of them tracks where all it takes is for a little incident to happen and there's a safety car, so... And double's retired.
Oh, he's retired, yeah. Don't blame him, but...
I'd probably stayed in at this point, you've still got 23 laps to go, anything's possible.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, I was wrong about Lincoln. Lincoln actually, I think he's actually just fell out of the DRS of Andy Yuzgin and McCracken. If he can put his foot down a little bit, he might get him here. He's not pushing though, he's not using any ERS McCracken, so he's being a bit safe. And there's also going to be yellow flags because Double's car's going to get in the way a little bit, I think. Hopefully it doesn't.
Raikkonen's moved past his teammate. Oh, yeah, that car, that's annoying. Oi.
Yeah, that's unsettled Raikkonen a little bit there. You saw his car being a little bit nervous. Raikkonen didn't like that at all.
And it's right in the racing line for everyone else as well. It's one of those things, isn't it? That because the rule we have is we have ghosting off, apart from street circuits. Like for example, Monaco ghosting will be on. Just in case of traffic jams, but that is case in point that maybe we should consider having ghosting on, just for that reason.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I was in a party with some. I can't remember who it was who said it, so I'm sorry for not mentioning your name. You know who you are.
Mm.
They said that there's actually glitches with having ghosting off as well. Like, I don't know what they are exactly, but apparently they can be like race-breaking glitches with ghosting off.
Oh god.
Yeah. So I do think we need to have it on. I don't like having it on, but because it takes away that slight realism, but I think we need it.
We're not in a realism scenario, I guess. Would be the argument there.
That's true.
When the game's not cooperating with you, like for example that, because that could have been race ruining.
I suppose the issue is though, even when you have ghosting on, if someone hits the wall and spins or comes back onto the track, they don't necessarily always ghost in time. But
yeah.
with situations like
and you
that,
think
with
they're
someone
gonna, and then you hit them.
It does normally ghost them.
Yeah. You can see the debate from both sides, basically, is what we're saying.
Yeah. I mean, we could always keep it on.
Oh, Lincoln! No! Lincoln's had a spin. Exit back up in front of Daniel. Oh, he's left. He's left the session. Oh, Lincoln.
Oh, it's the
the
AI
1-2's definitely gone. Oh.
This car's slowly jittering forwards. It's very weird to see.
Yeah, because I gotta keep moving. Papa Smurf's gonna come up behind him. That is such a shame for Lincoln. Can you get him back in, please?
I'm on it. Don't you worry, I'm on it.
Well, the 1-2's definitely gone now, which is such a shame for them. Cracking in the pits though.
Oh crap! It's only invited into the party. Oopsie.
Uh oh.
Hopefully he ignores that and hopefully he understands I meant to send him a game invite.
You sent him a game invite as well?
Yeah. I'm crashing in the pit lane, getting the hards on. Is that the pit window for
he
mediums?
stopped.
I don't know what the pit window is, I can't remember.
I would have gone maybe a lap or two longer, but
I'm trying to think what I did last
Yeah,
night, but obviously last night I had to cover off Shane, so I followed him into the pit lane.
Source time penalty, 3-second time penalty.
Oh, that could hurt him.
As
a-
Mercedes of Moses.
Yeah.
Let the leaders go through.
Bit early to be letting people through, really. It's very early call to go there.
He's just being safe, isn't he? He'll be very careful. That's still a little bit dangerous.
Ooh. The car ahead of Invade, ahead of Source, looks to be enjoying the gravel a little bit too much there. So. Oh, he's retired as well.
Yep. Oh, that's in the pit lane.
Yeah, he's crushed that.
He's hit the pit lane wall. Oh.
I would question how that happened, really, but.
Oh, and
Did Daniel
Daniel
P45 go
was-
into the pit lane, but then had to back out though?
yeah, I think he intended to go in the pit lane, but because he saw the car, he obviously couldn't get by it, and that's cost him a place to your boy, who's up to 6th now.
This is messy. You've already had a restart and it's messy again. Oh dear.
Welcome to F5. Always entertaining.
Yeah.
You get good racing, but you also get stuff. Time page is gone yet again. So many things. Yeah, Moses, I think it was, yeah. I've had enough of this, I'll stay out of people's way and then retire it.
Yeah.
And the 16 already.
Lincoln's in the pit lane as well, and I think... Did he just get a penalty for pit lane?
No, he's still on the free. Source is in, followed by Andy. Lower down Source. Ooh, Andy nearly hit the back of him. Pedersen as well. This is covering off McCracken, I would think.
Tacticals is in as well.
Means Raikkonen's going to lead.
And also Daniel P45 does have to come in this time. Horseman, yours coming in as well. I don't think anyone further back, well, unless Papa Smurf does, because everyone else is on the hards.
Here comes McCracken. In fact, McCracken's lost loads of time for some reason. Because he's even way behind Teddis, and I thought he was near him. Teddis is miles away. Something must have happened on his
didn't Tedis
outlap,
have
or he had damage.
that penalty? Didn't he have a 5-second?
I mean McCracken.
McCracken I meant, sorry, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Timmer. Yeah, Timmer's confirmed what you said. Yeah, he had a 5-second stop go. Destroyer's off through turn 2. And is that a safety car again? It is! Hey, another safety car.
I hate spectator screens. It's awful in this game. This game is awful.
The pause and unpause.
Raikkonen in the lead, though.
Is he gonna pit now though?
Yeah, he is, yeah, he's in.
He does. This is gonna... Where's he gonna come out in all this? On medium tyres as well.
I think he'll come up behind the Renault of McCracken, I think, is the guess.
Which should go to the end, mediums, I would have thought.
Pushing it a little bit, but I think so.
Safety car will help him. Where's he gonna come out? Where is... Oh, he's not gonna get the lead, is it? No, there's Source.
Yeah, that Source is... So it's come out
second.
Third. Yuzgin. Andy Yuzgin's
Wait,
in the
Andy's
lead.
taken the lead.
Yeah.
How did Andy take the lead?
I have no idea. I'm confused.
So Raikkonen's in third on medium tyres.
Which
are going to be faster than those ahead of him.
Yeah. If you can make them last to the end, he's in a really good position. But also, so is your boy as well. Your boy's in 5th on the mediums also.
19th to podium.
Something's a little bit fishy. No, I'm joking. But
no, it's just,
if your boy,
it's all come into play, doesn't it?
If your boy can move, well, if it's, let's say it's Raikkonen and your boy in first and second at the end due to them being on the medium tyres, first and second, who gets driver of the day? Because Raikkonen's going to have gained 18, but your boy would have gained 19. He started further back than Raikkonen.
I mean, they technically both deserve it.
Yeah, but I'm thinking for that the Twitter vote. Who would get the Twitter vote?
Be really close, wouldn't it?
I mean, it's also who's more popular as well, so it's a popularity contest after all.
No, don't open that can.
Well, it is.
Oh, it is. Yeah, I know it is, but... I said don't open the can, I just opened it a little bit more.
It's hard to negotiate it, because it just is. I've watched most of the races back, and people that have gained a ton of places have still lost a vote to someone who's more popular. I've seen it 3 or 4 times already this season. And it's just popularity contest. It's good job there's no points for it anymore.
Open the can. It's just a little fun thing, isn't it?
Yeah. But I do think the driver of the day should be given to the person who blatantly deserves it, but when it gets put onto the vote and the person who blatantly deserves it doesn't get it, it's like, well...
I've been nominated once.
I don't know how many times I've been nominated, I don't look anymore. I gave up with it.
It's not the Jedi way. Stygian in the chat, it's just not the Jedi way. No, it's wrong. Close the can
What
back
we need
up.
to do with driver of the day vote, right? It's just have fun with it like we normally do. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a popularity contest, but it's still a bit of fun.
Well, now here's the thing.
Oh
here's
God!
the thing.
Here comes Michael's
we
lecture.
used to do, we used to do driver of the day with comms, if you remember.
I think
Like last season.
the comms, like, because you always tell people, as the head of comms, to not be biased and try and be as neutral as possible. And I feel like for the most part, 95% of the time, we was neutral. You know, you look at the most positions gained, and if there's a few people that gain a lot of positions, who have the least penalties, there you go, that's who's got it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't mind it this way that we're doing it, because obviously it gives the Twitter something to do, but...
It's the tweeter something to do.
Yeah, Twitter, fucking stupidity, whatever you want to call it.
But this is the reason why we moved it to Twitter, because
Well,
we did it on
interaction
comms.
shit, innit? It's that whole...
there's that.
Because
But
well,
also,
we copied another lead as well. Do we go to that? Do we in that can as well? I thought we copied another lead for that.
no, it's inspirational. It's not copying, it's inspirational.
It's copied. They do the exact same thing. It's copied. But anyway.
Yeah. No, we used to do it in comms, and the reason why we moved it to like Twitter, safety car in. It is. Oh, I got caught out. I got massively caught out.
I did as well.
Yeah. Because Andy did such a slow start. This is gonna escort out Source. Raikkonen. Lunge! Lunge!
Oh, Source ran off the track.
The stamp and send it, and he's got it. Oh,
Source is going to lose another place
Raikkonen.
to Tedest as well. Oh, he's going wide again.
What's happening to Source? He's way off. He's going to get caught by a Kraken as well. He is. Oh, did the undercut McCracken. Got it back. He just got caught out completely. Oh, Source. Source, what on earth?
What the hell is
What happened there? What is... It's a huge lunge on Tedis and both Williams. That was... I don't know what to say.
I don't want to say anything, because I don't want to say anything that's wrong. My comments will be left to the stewards. That's my comment. Leave it to the stewards.
Anyway, that's clipped Tedis. Tedis got wing damage, I think, and he's just dropping back. He's Raikkonen in second, right behind Andy Yuskin on the quicker tire as well.
And like I said, your boy's third as well.
Oh, your boy. Your boy Prio. Source is still in fifth. He looks like he just got caught out by the restart and just...
Cold tyres.
I don't know what that turn 5 was.
Turn 3 wasn't great. He went off the track there as well. Just questionable things around.
Recover it too much. I would recover it too much, I guess.
Maybe.
I feel like with Raikkonen, just got to bide his time, doesn't he? Well, actually, as he doesn't need to take his advantage now. He's on the faster tyres. They're going to get warnish by the end.
It's a very weird situation we're in, and Kraken's going past Source.
Oh, Source, don't...
I thought he was going for it again, you know. I watched him, I was like,
Yeah,
he's going for it again, surely he's going for it again, but luckily he didn't.
Immortal's all over the back of them as well.
Unfortunately, it's going to be a bit of a DRS train now, I think. Oh, Immortal's going for the outside.
Source.
Going for it.
Kraken giving them... Oh, risky. No, backs out of it. Tacticals and Hippo's in all this as well. Hippo's been nowhere in terms of pace this evening. He's right up there, looking for good points. Destroyer, what happened to Destroyer? Turn 2. Brought out the second of the safety cars.
It's been a very up and down race so far, hasn't it? It's just been chaos after chaos, yeah.
So McCracken got damage. He
does, yeah.
I need to look on the other side. He does?
Plate, yeah.
Where did he get that from? The Source Williams shenanigans, I guess?
Maybe. I don't know. A lot happened in a short period of time with them.
Oh, so he's getting horrific understeer as well. Source again. McCracken gave him the room to kind of lunge it again, but... And this is holding up a huge train, and your boy's way off, but the front two are 5 seconds up the road.
Yeah, this is starting to be a very obvious podium at the minute, so...
Oh! Pulls this off. Bit of understeer for turn 9. Immortal! Lunge! Starting to get a lot of it. I don't know what the safety car's done to them, Ryan. It's kind of
turn up the
set them off
temperature a little bit. They're all getting a bit hot and sweaty and hot and bothered.
Good thing for Raikkonen is he's under no pressure from your boy, so he can just measure Andy and take this win as McCracken is in. That's going to hurt him massively. Championship leader going into this.
Source is not in a very good place either with that train right behind him. 6-second penalty as well that he's got. You know, he's going to fall way down the order if he doesn't stop putting his foot down.
Just come on for another one. Again, my notifications need to pause and unpause before the penalties come up.
Yeah, I just had the penalty tab open. Mando on 3, Styles Orphan on 6, Lincoln on 3, Cosmio on 3, Hippo on 3, Source on 6, and your boy on 3.
Raikkonen. Again through turn 9. He's very loose through turn 9. He's really risking it with that curbs. Already dropped it in qualifying. Does not want to do this again. 7 seconds up from your boy. I think your boy settled on third, to be honest. Or try and hold it. These two. Just pulling away. 12 laps to go still. Raikkonen get a good run. And he's got double the amount of ERS. I think Raikkonen needs to do this, and I think he'll do it now. Maximum overtake. Eyes by. Takes the lead.
Nice done. There's a yellow flag in sector 3, and I think it's one of the Red Bulls. It is. It's Immortal dropping a few places.
Oh.
And Lincoln as well dropped
Behind...
a place as well to Daniel.
Yeah, they might have had a bit of contact between each other. Daniel goes to 8th ahead of Lincoln.
The racing points are not having a fun race now, really, are they? They started well.
They were 1-2 at one point.
Yeah, it started first and third, and now it's 4th and 9th.
Scotsman putting in a bold prediction. Of course, he's ran out himself. He's saying Andy will win because the mediums will fall off. Well, Raikkonen's got to bold it now.
Yeah, there is a fair point for that with the mediums falling off, but Andy Yuzgin can't just drive through Raikkonen, and Raikkonen is very good at defending. So, be interesting to see how Raikkonen handles that. And obviously, looking at him now, he's saving ERS 19% currently, dropping down to 17 on the straight. But yeah, Andy needs to catch up to Raikkonen, keep up with Raikkonen. Sorry, save ERS, and when the mediums do fall off, attack Raikkonen like an SOB, and just hope he gets past.
New mediums will easily go 13, so 15 won't be a problem, says Stidham.
Oh, there's a bit
and he's
of
out DRS as well.
With, your boy could be losing a place to Source here, but holds it. Oh, Source has lost his end plate.
Did he?
Yep, he's lost his front left end plate.
Not mine.
On my end, he's got no front left end plate.
Okay.
He slightly clipped the back of
by
your boy and just flew off.
Okay. And I'm not seeing... That's so weird. That is the case. Daniel's got by force manure for 7th.
You look at the way that Source is falling back off your boy. He's definitely got some sort of damage, I'd have thought, with the way he's dropping off. I'm going to keep an eye on him. Yeah, he's going into the pit lane.
Oh, he's in?
Yeah, he's in.
That is so weird, because on my screen he doesn't. Ah.
I bet he wishes he had your screen now.
Yeah. Wow, what might have been. Might have been for Source, but it's the way things go sometimes.
I suppose...
Is it safe to say... Is it safe to say, without another safety car, this is a battle between first and second? Because they're 10 seconds up the road.
Well,
I don't think your boy's keeping up. Yeah.
So I think it's kind of like last night. You know, you had the battle for first and second, and then you had the battle for everyone else. So.
Fastest lap for Raikkonen's just popped up. 18.7.
Hey, F1, sort your Shizer. Can I swear in German? I don't know. I just did.
No.
Too late.
There are Germans watching us, probably, so they probably understand what you said.
Well, I think everyone who's English knows what Shizer means.
Yeah. Mincy's just tuned in. He's eating some soup.
Oh, can I have some?
What flavour soup? What flavour soup is it, Mincy? And yeah, I want some.
I want mine some soup. Oh, sounds good.
Not that I'm hungry, but for some reason.
I just need warming up, to be honest. I'm cold as hell.
Yeah. So, anyway, as I was saying, so battle between these two, and for me, this is a case of. Can you check for me for something? Can you check how many warnings Raikkonen and Andy are both on?
Yes.
Stygian's now hungry too. Yeah.
Raikkonen's had 2 warnings.
Andy?
Andy's had 2 warnings.
Oh, so the one away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's tomato. It's tomato soup. It's the best one, actually.
Tomato
In my
soup
humble opinion.
with eggy bread. Oh, eggy bread. Yum.
Oh no, I've not heard of that.
Really, you never had eggy soup, eggy bread in your...
I've had eggy bread and I've had tomato soup, not the same as
Well, when I say eggy bread...
tacticals with a lunge.
What a move.
On...
Your boy,
It's a great move. Lovely move from tacticals. Into third gives it a Ferrari in first and a Ferrari in third.
When I say eggy toast, eggy bread, I actually mean more like eggy toast, because it's heated up bread to the point where it's like slightly crispy, but it's not properly toasted, if that makes sense.
Ah, see.
So then it doesn't get all floppy with the egg.
Floppy.
I suppose it is kind of toast.
Oh, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel and
That's
Hippo. Yeah.
Yep.
Need focus
Yeah,
on the
that's
race,
an
not soup.
Yep.
That was a good move. It was easy because of the
French
pie
toast.
difference, but-
Yeah. Yeah, Scots was saying French toast. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Eggy bread, French toast. whatever you call
Raikkonen!
it.
Raikkonen, you...
What's he done? Oh, penalty.
Oh,
Yeah.
Penalty. Oh, now he's got to push. I'll hope that
To be
Andy
fair,
gets one.
Even if he gets second, like behind Andy Yuskin because of penalties, let's be honest, that's still a
Oh, he'd be
fantastic
gutted.
result.
Oh, he'd be gutted if he loses the win because of
It's
that.
still fantastic though for him to be in that
Yep.
situation. Second from, what was it, 19th?
This is the same as last week. He had a penalty, pretty much same point actually. Yeah, pretty much same point. He actually had a 3-second time penalty, but that was for the podium. And at that point, he was able to push and get way over 3
Force
seconds.
Munoz gone off at the long right hand. He nearly hit. Oh,
No.
Immortal. Nearly hit Immortal on the exit. Obviously nothing intentional, but he just came onto the track at the wrong time, and Immortal nearly hit him. Luckily, there was no contact, but oof, what could have been from that incident.
Mm.
But there's a nice little battle here for, well, 11th. If that means anything to anyone, then there is a battle for 11th between 3 people, McCracken, Mando and Tedis. I think Tedis will come out on top of that because I think he's got the pace over these two. Maybe, I don't know. He might struggle with Kraken a little bit, but he's definitely got pace over Mando. Going up the inside, maybe? No, he's not doing anything, he's just holding on. But yeah, there's
So
the battle
annoying
for
so annoying have to pause and unpause. I'm like you, going to keep it on the penalties now. They'll just come up, I guess. Raikkonen's found a bit more time. He's up to 1.9, but he needs more. But he's definitely on it. He understands the situation as it is. It's going to go for a lunge on X-Mando. X-Mando gives him the room. Still there. Oh, he got caught in the gravel, and this is going to allow Source behind. They're all recovering to try and get something out of this.
Yeah, I think some of them are hoping for a late safety car because you're running out of time for a safety car to come out. Because obviously we can't end a race on the safety car in this game.
Cooper Benz, I do apologise, but he said my name in the chat and then put in words I don't understand. Because it's in his language. I don't think he's Dutch. I'm not sure.
Cooper is, I think, Hungarian, I think.
Oh, Hungarian, sorry,
I think.
yeah. But yeah, he's again, he's put an RSF1 Michael, which I do understand, and then words that I don't. I was like, what are you saying about me? Is he saying something nice or not?
He said, Michael,
Benz, would
what
you
a
kindly-
legend. Oh, Daniel P45 going on the inside of your boy, and he's lost potentially a position here to Hippo. Hippo went onto the gravel. A bit of a lunge there for Daniel, and it didn't quite work out. No. Oh, he's gone off again.
Oh, and he's lost it. No. Lincoln's back up to 6th. Lincoln's recovering nicely.
Yeah, he's done a good job, Lincoln, to be fair. Lincoln on the back of Hippo, what can he do with that? Obviously, Hippo's trying to close in on your boy as well, so... Oof. It's getting a bit tense. Yeah, flag sets 2-1 on
Oh.
McLaren's is gone. Mando's had enough.
Oh. A safety car would really be annoying actually right now.
There's a front wing damage there for Mando as well, so he's going to lose the place to Papa Smurf as well, I think. He's going to have to pit. See, he might not lose a place. I don't know.
That gap of Raikkonen, he's definitely pushing. He got up to 2 seconds at one point, but it's just... He needs to find that little bit more.
Yeah, like we said though, the mediums might drop off, but the drop off pace-wise to the hards, and the hards will start coming to life. And I think we're starting to see that, and now it's going to be, am I right by Raikkonen standards, that he can defend really good, so we'll see what he can do. And obviously they've got a car ahead of them. Is that Papa Smurf just ahead? Yeah. Just like Papa Smurf needs to get away.
If he can get into DRS of Papa Smurf, that would be good.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good.
Tacticals is completely gone from your boy Prix, so Tacticals kind of consolidating his podium at the moment. Hippo's trying to find a way by your boy, who's holding on to a very good 4th place at the moment. You've got Daniel trying to get back as well. Also, you got just outside the points, Orphan, who's holding on to 10th, has got Kraken, Tedis and Source, all of which could have won this race, trying to get a solitary point from him.
Yeah, it's not going to be what many of them people wanted. There'll obviously be a few people that would happily take 10th place, but some of them won't be too happy.
Lincoln outside of Hippo. No.
Needs to be careful. Lincoln doesn't want to make a silly move, lose time to Daniel, because Daniel will capitalise on it, and Daniel's ran wide.
He had to get out the throttle. And McCracken has moved into 10th. And he's got pens on Orphanus, Source and Tedist. Oh, there's a bit of contact there as well.
Oh, okay, that's just him getting out of the way. I saw the yellow flags and I thought Papa Smurf went off, but it was just him moving out of the way of the levers. But I think it's cost Raikkonen a bit of time, because Raikkonen's lost about 8 tenths when I last looked.
If you look at the ERS levels as well, Andy's got way more an advantage. Nearly 50% for Andy, so I think Andy's just monitoring this situation here. And I think you're right, I think these mediums are starting to fall off a little bit.
So I still think, all in all, I think Raikkonen will be happy, I think.
Of course he would be, yeah. Still this battle here.
Battle for 4th is just chaos.
In terms of penalties, actually, I think Daniel's going to leap up ahead of the 3 ahead of him.
Yeah, and Auto as well will get ahead of quite a lot of them as well.
Oh yeah, so the Red Bulls are just sitting put, I think. Just letting these guys battle it out as Hippo's trying to go around the outside of your boy. Oh, if he pulls this off.
I think he has. He has done. Wow.
Yes. What a move.
Nice
Your
move.
boy gave him loads of room though. But very nice.
Do you know what would be cool to see? Like, you've got a couple of people that like making like little meme things of bad driving in RSF1 or whatever. One thing I would like to see is someone do a video of the highlights of this game.
Lincoln! Oh, your boy is trying to squeeze him. Oh, Lincoln's having none of that. Pushing back. Oh!
Multiple spun it.
Red Bull. Horseman yours back up, and then you've got Daniel trying to get by. The boy was really trying to squeeze.
Oh, there's damage
Lincoln
as well
on
for
the
Daniel.
apex.
Damage for Daniel. Hit the back of your boy.
Oh,
Front right end plates.
the boy's getting in everything. Yeah, unlucky double in the chat. Your time will come, double. Promise you, your time will come.
I would like to see it. Like, what do you think of my idea though, of having like an end game, like review? I guess in a way, like someone doing like a compilation video of the highlights of what RSF1's done on this game.
I think Tim and I could probably do something like that.
I think that'd be so good to
Probably.
see. I think that'd be so good to see, because it's good looking at all these meme videos, but like best do takes of the game and stuff like that. Like, yes, you've got a lot of time to put into it to get the clips, but it would just be so good to see the highlights of an absolute shambles of the game, really. Let's be honest, but The RSF1 as a league has grown so much this last couple of seasons. I feel like it's huge. It's really nice to see what RSF1's done.
I mean, think of it this way: how we could go from like mid-20 viewers, I think it was last season, maybe season before that. We're now easily pushing over 30, sometimes 40.
Well, if you actually look back on the stream, the views on the streams like from like 4 or 5 days ago, a lot of them get 100 or 200 views. I'm not sure if you've seen that.
Yeah, I've seen that as well. It's really good. I mean, actually, to sum it up perfectly is the 12-hour stream we did. Oh, sources.
We're tied in the pit lane.
Tied in the pit lane. It wasn't. Oh, he was outside the points. Yeah, I guess.
Oh, Andy Yuzkin, look at that gap on Raikkonen now. Look at it.
He's just.
Oh, it's
he's just
monitored it. It's the final lap.
I think it's that ERS. He just had way more ERS than Raikkonen. Raikkonen's. And it's that penalty. All Andy's got to do is keep it through these final corners.
Yeah, he's kept it.
Yep.
I think Raikkonen
do it.
Be happy
Raikkonen.
With that.
Oh yeah. Raikkonen wins on the road, but Andy takes the win. It's not going to be 6 different winners from the 6 different races, because Andy picks up his 2nd win of the season. But it's going to be a Ferrari 2-3, and that's another positive for Raikkonen. It's a Ferrari 2-3. He, as principal, is going to be very happy. So there, who's going to finish 4th? I think it should be Daniel still, I guess. But he got a penalty himself. Did he jump up to 4th? No, 6th.
Immortal.
No, Immortal goes 5th.
Wow.
Hippo 4th. Hippo 4th. Very nice. Then Immortal, your boy 6th. God, your boy was battling all over the place, wasn't he? Daniel 7th. McCracken actually ended up 8th in all of that. Force Mignon 9th. And Lincoln, who's had a roller coaster race, ended up 10th in the last point. Teddist. Source, none of that. None of that. I think you need to retract your message. Don't want any of that at the end of that race. Oh. Blimey. Well, that was interesting.
It was a very fun race, really. I know for some it might not be a great race because of incidents, whatever, but as a neutral, it was a good race to watch. Trying to be as neutral as possible is a good race to watch, but obviously some people will be happy with their own personal results, some people might be annoyed or heated from it. And just need to take a sit back.
It's entertaining for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, even had a little quiz halfway through as well.
Yeah. Source though does
Good
pick up
stuff.
the fastest lap, and he stops someone in the top 10 taking the fastest lap of that, so Source has taken a point away from someone in the top 10, so that's a highlight.
Yeah. Penalties mixed up a bit, but Andy takes the look at the top 6 from where they started.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous. Probably sums up this race with 2 safety cars as well. Andy Yuzkin first. Picks up his 2nd win. That's his 2nd win from Bahrain. So it's been a long time, and he's been off the. He got 3rd in China. Anyway, first for him. Raikkonen 2nd. So close to the victory, but the penalty cost him. I know the feeling. So, I can't really go into raining too much. But 2nd and 3rd for the Ferraris. Tacticals 3rd. Good stuff from him. Hippo 4th. Immortal 5th. Boy in 6th, Daniel 7th, McCracken 8th, Force Mignon 9th, Lincoln 10th, and Teddis just missed out on the points, as did Orphan in 12th.
Ah, so
I can hear myself.
Oh god.
I can hear myself, Tacticals. Please turn it down.
No, I've just turned it down. No.
Oh, blimey. I hope everyone in the chat is actually going to hear.
God, I hope so. We'll see.
Lincoln, if you can clip it. Because obviously, if that's an issue, then we can send it.
Included my audio.
Aren't you a good boy?
Yeah, why don't I making it? Sorry, the need for that sarcasm. Apologies.
It's whether people in the chat can hear you. So we're going to have a little mic check before we get things going. So
Andy has been still connected.
Yeah.
Ah, wonderful. He's had problems all evening, hasn't he?
What a drive!
Oh,
Andy, no.
I'll send him another invite.
Right, so we do a little mic check. So Lincoln first, if you do like a little 1 2 1 2, I guess.
Boy, Lincoln.
Make sure the
Lincoln's
chat
not
here.
here.
Lincoln's not
Not
here.
Lincoln, tacticals. I mean.
Yeah, 1 2.
It's so
Multiple times.
1
Sorry.
2 1 2. Copy.
Sorry,
1 2,
Brundle.
1
1 2 1 2. Radio check.
Right, and then if you can do it as well, it's just so the chat can hear you basically, because
10-4 Kilo Carl Charlie Whiskey Echo X-Ray Foxtrot Zulu.
of course he'd hype it up.
Oh god.
Right, chat, can you hear tacticals and Raikkonen? Obviously, he's there.
I can
Them to
hear
work
the
for me as well.
audios.
Yay! Well, so we just need
Yeah.
Andy. So, Andy, there he is. It'd be lovely if we then can't hear Andy after we just try to get him several times. Connecting.
Yeah. Not looking promising.
I
for
don't
him
think
joining.
it's gonna work.
No.
No. Right, while we wait. So we get this underway. If I do tacticals, you do Raikkonen, and then we'll see about Andy, see whether
Right, who's doing
Do
who? I
that.
wasn't listening, so I was trying to get everything sorted.
I'll do tacticals and you do Raikkonen.
Okay.
We'll do the other way round. Other way round. You do tacticals, I do Raikkonen.
Okay. Tacticals. I often speak to you whenever I do these streams, so it's nice to see you back again. Well done. It was a very
He's in.
chaotic race. Andy's in. Hello, Andy.
He's
Right,
you
carry
had
on.
a very good. I didn't see quali, so I don't know how your quali went. But after a very chaotic race and a restart, and obviously a very early safety car, it looked like you had a bit of a challenging race at times, but you managed to pull through to get a podium.
yeah, I mean, quali I started 11th, so first set of mediums, and I just wanted to make sure that I didn't get anything happening to me on like turn 1, which it didn't, and just got into the rhythm of it. Safety car came in, which I'd literally just pitted the lap before, so I was a little bit, never mind, I'll just crack on, and then Immortal unfortunately span in front of me, which then gave me a position, and then managed to catch up on your boy Pro, and had quite a good battle with him over about 2 or 3 laps, but then just sent it on the hairpin to get 3rd place, and then I was gone, and just kept on 3rd place. So yeah, to be fair, I'm really pleased with the result. Didn't think I'd get a podium, and yeah, I've come out with a podium, so I am really pleased with that result.
What would you say would be your highlight of that race? What was the bit that made it so good for you today?
Taking 3rd place from your boy Pro and sending it into the hairpin, because there was a couple, the last lap
Saw that.
he was just braking so early, and I honestly thought I was just going to ram into the back of him, but I just thought, no, this is the one and only opportunity I'm going to have him, so I just sent it, and I went, I'll have that, thank you very much. So definitely the highlight to get a podium position anyway off him.
Obviously, we have Monaco next week. We're going to see you on the podium again at Monaco, or is you not looking
No.
past that?
No and no. No,
But it's
I
in
just-
the night though. It's a night race.
Yeah,
Everyone loves a night race.
I just need to get some practice in Monaco. That's all it is, just to get used to it, and just not be too aggressive, and just because it's just so hard to overtake. That's going to be the problem. So yeah, just get some practice in, and fingers crossed. I mean, I didn't think I'd get anything from Spain, and I've come out with a podium. So you never know what's going to happen at Monaco.
That's also true. But congratulations for today. Very
Cheers.
nicely put 3rd. So well done to you.
Thanks,
Michael,
mate.
to you.
Yeah, just a few things I was checking in the Discord before you going. Gonna say well done to him, and he leaves.
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, calls. He just left.
Yeah, he just left.
Oh, fine. I wouldn't speak to him then. Right. Right, and then. Hello.
Hi.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Yeah, there we go. Well, what a race from you. I mean, obviously the safety car came into your favour, but I've got to talk about obviously before the safety car shenanigan-y stuff.
Go on.
What a start that first stint from the rear of the grid. Obviously, crashed through turn 9. I saw it just clip the curb, understeer, clip the curb, and into the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you must have been gutted about that. But you put it to one side. It's like, you get over there, I'm gonna have a good race. And what was it? 10th by lap 3, I think it was, or something like that.
Something like
It's
that.
a
I was
great
behind my
start.
teammate, weren't I, after the first safety car. I don't know. I just like, well, as you know, went out at turn 9 in Q1, and I was a bit disappointed, but just caught me out. So just sat there and thought, right, slap on a set of hards and see what I can do. Which I did. There was quite a bit of shenanigans going on ahead of me, which I managed to avoid and everything, and then that helped me towards passing the mini chicanes on the track and everything, and then up to P10 like lap 3. Yeah, just all the rest was magic from then, really.
Yeah, obviously you're on the back of a good result in Zandvoort as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I said halfway through, it seemed like I was actually saying it literally before you crashed. That second place, I feel or I hope that it was going to push you on, and then seconds later you did that. So apologies for that. I cursed you.
Oh, never mind. But then if I didn't do what I did then, I wouldn't have had such a good race what I've had.
Yeah, that's fate. Obviously gutted that you got a penalty obviously late on.
Mm-hmm.
I know the feeling. It's happened to me before, but still can't take that away from a great drive and another step on the podium.
Yep, second place in a row now, so that's all points bagging up and everything like that. Just got to say congratulations to Andy for not putting a tyre on, whereas I did. So that gave him the win and everything. But good battle, and like obviously with the second safety car, I was like, it just played straight into my favour, so I thought Ghost, it came up, well, Jeff, lovely old Jeff, came up to try change strategy. I thought, do I, don't I, and like my engineer, Mr. Jonas, was saying like, it's a big risk. It's like, I had quite a fair way, it was only just halfway through the race. So I thought, now what have I got to lose? Nothing, slap on the mediums and see what happens, and boom.
Yep, and it worked out for you. Yeah, so Monaco next week. Now I know your thoughts on Monaco, but I plead you.
Have fun.
I plead
Have fun,
you.
because I won't race.
Oh no, you're working. You're working, aren't you? You're working. Never mind. Which is a shame. What do you expect around Monaco? What do you expect to, I guess, watch if you watch it back?
I want to see another race winner.
A different race winner.
A different race winner, yeah.
Who's your money on? I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Monaco, yeah, alright, calm down.
Sorry.
I think Tactics can do it.
Tacticals. Yeah, he hasn't won a race yet. I keep thinking he has, and no, he hasn't. So you're thinking, well, that's a little bit biased. But yeah,
he's had a couple
that's
of
your-
podiums now, so time to break the duck. And
Yeah.
Monaco is not a track of luck, but it can be a track of luck as well. So luck may be on his side.
All right then. Well, anyway, congrats on your second. As you said, second place in a row. Good luck when you come back for. Oh, you got You got Baku to return to, so yay! So yeah, good luck when you return.
Yep. Thank you.
Oh, just got cramp on my leg. Take over, Ryan.
Right. Yeah, well done,
Ow.
Michael. And that was very good to watch. I enjoyed watching you get through the pack there. So well done for that. It's a bit of luck with the penalty, but like you say, you're still happy, so can't complain. Andy, you had a good race as well. To be fair, you was cutting through people. You had a couple of knocks with a couple of people, like Dubbin's racing, I guess. But yeah, it went well for you.
Yeah, I got a bit lucky. Source went out, Lincoln went out, Double went out. They all went out. I don't know what happened with Source. Did you see what happened? Because he spent a bit more time in the pits than he should have. He was in front of me.
I don't want to say too much. I don't want to say anything that will annoy people. So he just got involved in a couple of incidents and yeah, a couple of knocks around and didn't help him. So I don't want to say any more than that, really.
Yeah, it's alright. This was like early in the race when he was first, so I had no idea why he spent so long in the pits. If he had wing damage, I had no idea what was happening. Anyway, yeah, it was really good. Raikkonen was absolutely amazing on those mediums. I didn't expect him to go all the way, which is why I kind of leaned off a little bit. I didn't battle him. I let him pass me at one point because I didn't I thought he was going to pit at some point. He didn't. Yeah, but I did notice that he was a bit he wasn't very firm. He wasn't very planted on some corners. So I just hoped that he got a pen, which he did, and I was sweating because I had one warning. I was one warning away from a penalty, and thankfully,
Yeah, he's on your last warning for quite a while of that race, wasn't you? It was like half a race. It was just balancing, trying not to get a penalty or something like that. Roughly about half a race.
Yeah, exactly. It was I think it was the first 5 laps. I probably got 2 warnings, and then after the second safety car, at least, I just worked on not getting another warning. That was it.
I mean, you did have very good pace to keep up with Raikkonen as well, obviously, because he was on the softer compound and he was on the hard of you two, is what I'm saying. But once Raikkonen got past you, you was pretty much on your own for nearly that entire race, because everyone else behind was involved in something or another and slowed everyone down and just let you two go off into the distance, really. So it's kind of a bizarre race, but fun race to watch. But going into Monaco next week, obviously, what are your thoughts for that? Are you going to get another podium? Are you going to struggle? What are you thinking related to that?
I'm really wanting a podium. I know because it's dead difficult to overtake on there. I probably won't get the win because what I rely on is overtaking some consistency in there. My qualifying isn't as good this year, so I'm just hoping for a podium. I'm not really going to push for a win. Might not have the time. School's back, but yeah, I'm going to try for a podium. That's my goal.
Well, I want to say congratulations on a good race, because obviously you won it. But it's just so bizarre. It was a really bizarre race. I don't really know how to sum it up properly, but you and Raikkonen definitely deserve the most credit out of that race, because you two just held it between you. It was great. But yeah, well done on winning. That was fantastic.
Oh yeah, of course. Thank you.
Michael, anything?
Yeah, obviously difficult race for your teammate McCracken at the end of it. I think he managed to salvage 8th out of all that, which is kind of the reverse of last week, because obviously McCracken ended up nearly winning but got 4th, and you were 9th last week, so it's reverse of that. This result means you are going to take the championship lead, I believe, if my maths are correct.
I think so, yeah.
Just. Yeah. And good points for Renault ahead of Racing Point, who are turning into your kind of early rivals at the moment for the championship. In terms of both, obviously we'll start off with the drivers first. Obviously it's very, very early stages to this, so do you reckon you can mount a strong challenge for the title?
I reckon if there's anything there's anything for me to take away from this race, as long as I keep up with my consistency, not necessarily pace, I can definitely go all the way. I know that's what Scotsman did last season. He was mainly just focused on consistency, not getting pens, not getting damage, and then he went all the way. And I'm just hoping to do the same. You know, he's in my garage, so, you know, he can give me a few tips on consistency. He urged it last season, so I'll hopefully do the same this season and win the whole thing.
What about Constructors? Obviously, you've got two pretty consistent and pretty quick drivers in Source and Lincoln challenging you. Of course, other teams could move into it. I mean, Ferrari, good points. I think they were third going into this. So in terms of the teams, what do you think?
Well, I'll be honest. It may sound a little bit like cocky, but I feel like I'm more focusing on the overall Constructors, because I personally feel like me and McCracken have the pace to win this Constructors relatively easily. Obviously, Ferrari today did very well, but Raikkonen's not there every race, which is good for us. And then with Racing Point, I know they're quicker than me somewhat, but I know their consistency is off, which is what I was like last season towards the end. So I'm just I'm quite confident on our Constructors. It's just the overall Constructors I'm focusing on, because again we're facing a Racing Point.
Yeah. Well, best of luck for both. Also, I'll be here watching from now on. So, interested to see how it all turns out.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, Ryan. What can we say? Interesting race, dramatic race. Yeah, thank you for joining me. Because
I was going by the meme,
yeah.
The song thing.
Oh yeah, what can I say? Yeah, okay, I'm not going into it. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you for that. And obviously there'll be Map Monaco. What else can we say about Monaco? That could be anybody's.
Oh yeah,
really.
It's who can play really for that. Who wants
survival the fit? Well, so the next three tracks could be any which way, because they're all race killing, aren't they? So a simple mistake in either of the three tracks is going to be interesting.
I mean, Monaco is going to be a tough one. I'm probably pretty sure you're going to discuss it more in the end of week podcast thing. But Monaco is one of them tracks where it'll either be clean, no one hits the wall, and no offense to Monaco, but boring because you can't really overtake there, or it's going to be absolute chaos where someone crashes every 2 or 3 laps and the safety car left, right, and centre, virtual safety car left, right, and centre, and someone from the back of the grid wins it. It's normally one of the two.
Yeah, so make sure you join us next week for the Monaco Grand Prix under the floodlights as well, just to add a little bit of sparkle, I guess, to it. Definitely will be interesting. See whether Rowe comes back, or we might have you come back, seeing as you're
I'm not
available
in
now,
anymore,
I guess.
Yes, I can return Tuesdays now if you need me. So,
well, I've got to sort out a few things. It's clear to me, so I'll look into it. Yeah, thank you for everybody. Thank you for everybody for watching today's F5 race in Spain. They'll be back around Monaco next week. As for Spain, we have 2 more races to go through. I'm finally, touch wood, should be out of the comms box tomorrow. It's Wednesday tomorrow. It's the F1 division. I should be racing as well, but I'm also unavailable for that. So, yeah, I'll watch all the action back when it happens. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock, and then F4 we'll be finishing off proceedings around Spain around Thursday. Then, of course, we have the podcast to wrap it all up. And then this weekend, I'm going to do another little plug for everybody who watches this back. We have the 12 Hours of Sebring, which both me and you are competing in. You excited?
I haven't practiced yet. The car's not ready for me. But it's in a Viper, so I'm looking forward to listening to a good old V8 roar.
I'm doing 6 hours of driving.
Oof, I'm doing 4.
I'm doing half the event. So that's going to be fun. And a lovely little Porsche. Anyway, once again, starts at 3 PM on the Saturday, runs till 3 AM on the Sunday. And details of that will be released as soon as we got it. So make sure you can join us for that, to give us the support, something different on Forza 7 that we'll take part in. So that'll be that. And then we'll be back on Sunday evening for the Monaco Grand Prix in F2. So until then, make sure you join us and take care until then. See you next time, and good night.